Okay, this is number 5 from your laws of sine and laws of cosine sheet. So I've already got the triangle drawn here. And so first thing we need to figure out here is whether to use laws of sine or laws of cosine. So let's look what's given. We've got two sides and an angle, and the angle is in between. So that would make this one side angle side. And so with side angle side, we're going to use laws of cosine here. So when you use side angle side, recall here the first thing you want to find here is you want to find the other side first. Okay, so let's notice what side here is missing is the A side. So since the A side is missing, I'm going to use the A squared version of the formula. A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC times the cosine of A. Okay, so let's go and fill in everything that we know here. We don't know what A squared is. Okay, B squared, 40 squared, pretty big number here, so it would be 1600. And then C squared, 49 squared is 2401. And then minus 2 times 40 for B, and then 49 for C, times the cosine of A, which was 53 degrees. Okay, now in this case, really all you have to do here is you've got everything that you need right there. Nothing's missing. So you just throw the entire thing in the calculator. Let me make sure I'm in degrees. Yeah, I'm in degrees. So now I'm going to throw it in here. So 1600 plus 2401 minus 2 times 40 times 49. And see what I'm using with the calculator here? It knows the order of operations, so you don't really have to worry about anything. You just throw it all in. Okay, so let's see, we're going to get A squared here. We'll round it, is approximately 1641.9. And so now you can see all we have to do to solve here is just take the square root of both sides. But again, we're going to take the square root of what's on the calculator and not the approximation here. So I'll say square root of answer. Okay, so we'll get for side A here. Side A is about 40.5. And let's put this right here to remind us that that's an estimation. Okay, so we're going to use answer function or copy and paste that later and not use 40.5. Now, once we've got one thing found with laws of cosine, the rest of the triangle can be solved by laws of sine. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to move all this work down. And now we'll use laws of sine for the rest of it. Okay, so what I'm going to mainly use here is, notice I have angle A, and now I've found side A. So that's going to be the ratio that I really want to use in my law of sines. So recall, it's the side over the sine of the angle. So that would give me 40.5 over the sine of 53. Okay, and recall with laws of sine, we always want to find smaller angles. And so out of the two angles that are left here with B and C, B would be the smaller angle because it's across from the smaller side right there. So we're going to find B. So we're going to put 40 over sine of B. Okay, now we can cross multiply here. So we're going to get 40.5 times sine B equals 40 times the sine of 53 degrees. Okay, now let's solve for B. So keep in mind, this is an angle, so I'm going to use inverse eventually, but first I'm going to get rid of the 40.5. Okay, so now let me throw this in my calculator. So 40 times sine of 53 divided by, now instead of 40.5, recall that was just an estimate. So I'm going to use answer here. That's going to give me exact here. So now this is going to leave us, we got sine B left over right here, equals, what is approximately this value, 0.79. And so since I'm finding the angle there, now what I'm going to do is just do the inverse sine. So inverse sine of that value gives me about 52 degrees. Okay, so now let's go back up in my triangle. And so this is about 52 degrees. Now let's find the third angle just by adding the two angles up and subtracting from 180. We'll say answer plus 53, and then subtract that from 180. Okay, so the other angle is going to round up here to be 75 degrees.